Man, what a good sleep. And a new day to do stuff in Minecraft. Can I go out the door? See if there's anything I need to do. Yeah, okay. Let's see. There's some carrots. We'll get some carrots going. We should go check on the iron farm. Let's go check on the iron farm real quick. Go down here. Yeah, there's some iron in there. Some. We'll AFK that later sometime. Should check for... Oh, my creaking. I need resin for my armor wall. Let's just check that out real quick. It's looking good. That's looking good. What is that? What's that white... What's this white block? My farm's still working, right? Right? Yeah, it's still working. What's this white block? Eli wasn't on, was he? I'm pressing my tab button. I can't see anyone. Is there any... What am I supposed to... Is there anything under this? No. So then... What do I do? I don't know if I want to break it. I don't know if anything will happen. Do I look into it? Maybe that'll work? Do I keep looking at this thing, or... Where am I? Where's my stuff? Why am I creative? Who are you? How are you here? Where am I? This is supposed to be a single-player world.
Honestly, I don't know who I am. The closest thing I've ever been given is ABST-1. And how I got here was kind of against my will.
What do you mean?
I'm not really sure. Someone brought me here, and really, they called me Lucas.
Hatred is the title of our next video, and has the description.
ABST-1 destroyed my baseball in that stupid enlightenment thing. My question is, how did he do it so quickly? The environments aren't even similar.
We begin our next video with Escape, outside what apparently is his house, but very much changed and distorted than what we have seen prior to it. Wind and distant sirens can be heard all around Escape and his house as well.
Is that my base?
Escape says, staring at his mangled house before him. Without any break between Escape's message, ABST makes his way into the chat.
Why can't you just leave? Your base is destroyed. Just go.
Definitely proves that ABST did something to Escape in his base. Escape hesitates on what to say, whether it may make a difference or not, but ultimately decides not to. He pauses for a bit before starting to walk up to his base, and more text from ABST appears in the chat.
Nothing good has happened to you in this
Why
world.
do
You still try to prevail. Do you think you are important in this matter? You are nothing in this virtual trash pit. Just go.
After ABST was sent to his home, he has fallen into some state of feeling worthless and needing to make others feel the same way he was treated. But Escape is a strong player. He won't let others like ABST talk down to him and make him give up on his world so easily. A few things to note about Escape's world and house is that we can see a lot of the pure white blocks scattered throughout the surrounding walls of his base. Not sure why, but they're just there. And as Escape reaches his base's main entrance, the audio rises drastically, and the video becomes more and more saturated until it abruptly ends. Coming back to this channel to dive deep into the mystery of ABST-1 is something so interesting to me, seeing how it's the first ARG I'm covering, and you all seem to love it the same. I can't express how much the feedback on the first part meant to me. Each day since I have uploaded it, I would always check in the view count and see everyone's positive comments about the video. And within 3 days, the video has surpassed over 1,000 views, the most viewed long-form video to date. And all I can say is thank you. Thank you for giving my channel a chance and watching me unfold this mystery, making entertaining content for all of you, and hopefully making this hobby, that I started back in 2020, a full-on thing. Being a YouTuber was and is my dream, and to make enjoyable content to all who watch. So your continued support is how we can make that reality. But enough yapping, as we need to continue to the next video, titled Grief. Grief presents us with this description.
Remarking my base, I found a new place through the white spaces with a new code link thing.
Escape seems to have found a new place or dimension, only being accessed through the pure white blocks, as well as containing some code link thing, whatever that may be. The video starts right after the events of Hatred, as we see again the ruin and disarrayment of Escape's base. Escape stares at his base almost in defeat that even after making improvements and reinforcements to it, it seems to have failed him. We also can see that sometime between the last time we saw Escape all the way back in Encounter with New Beings after renovations, he has seemingly expanded and heightened his main base entrance by a lot. It's not until the 16-second mark that Escape looks around and we see many SMT structures around and above his house. One even being the SMT tree I first see when I played the mod initially. Now, a spoiler, but a lot of these structures I've seen before. The bright white square has an iron door in the center, the larger one is what is referred to as the large school structure, and one even is just a plus symbol with a console on the top. All seem just odd and out of nowhere, and as far as I know, they don't have any purpose other than to just exist. After Escape looks around his rainy world some more, he then decides to start walking up to what's left of his base. As he makes his way into the base, he reaches the center, presumably ready to descend down, just to find it has been filled with SMT blocks, blocking his way to the bottom. Seemingly done with all his failure and destruction, he slowly walks back out and looks at a pile of items in the distance. It seems unimportant, and probably junk Escape is emptied from his inventory. Afterwards, Escape decides to face towards a set of pure white blocks and stare right at them. I think we all know what happens when we look into these white spaces. What? Escape is then transported to a pure white room with a short pathway of SMT blocks, leading to a double chest at the end of the room.
This isn't what I thought.
Me neither, bud. Escape then approaches the chest and upon reaching it, acts hesitant to open it. I mean, fair, right? With everything seen and witnessed so far, it makes sense to hesitate at something in a place that looks and feels peaceful. When Escape opens the chest, all he can find is a single XE9A3R6 labeled white block. What? Is this a code or a YouTube video link? No, it's too short and doesn't have any other non-unique characters like a question mark or an equal sign to be one. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments. Without knowing how to use the block, Escape places the block back into the chest and makes his way back to the white wall, before staring at it into it and returning back to his base. This so far has been the more calm and tame side of this channel for a change, and I honestly hope it stays this way for a little. Hoping to see Escape have some closure, or at least some answers to why everything he has witnessed has been happening. The entities outside his house, the strange teleportation through black and white blocks, and how in a single player world, more than one other player made their way into it.
Why is this only happening to my world?
Is the description of this next video. For some odd reason, it seems 2 players are talking or typing this description. What the rest of the description could have said is another mystery, so for now, let's move on to the next video at hand. We begin with Escape again at his base right after the events of Grief, running around his base before looking around into a white block to be teleported again. He seems more reluctant and less nervous with doing this than in videos a while ago. Escape teleports to the room we were first introduced to ABST in from the very first video on the channel. Escape walks through the iron door in front of him and down the some set of hallways ahead. As he's running down the hallways, his actions imply that he has either been here before, obviously, but to the extent where nothing is after him and he has had time alone to wander and explore the skybox. He's much more confident now. Furthering on, we reach the backrooms looking area mentioned in my first video on ABST.
I expected someone to be here.
Escape types before deleting it. Seems like he's still hesitant to send out messages here.
I don't think I should type in chat in case they're watching.
He may not be so far from that claim. Escape reaches the end of the room and around a corner or two before seeing a console on the far end wall. On either side of the walls, there are doors leading to a room. On his right is a room housing a small crop farm with wheat primarily, and on the other side, looking to be blocked off by white light source blocks used all throughout the skybox. Escape stays inside the farm room and, well, farms. He goes around to all the ruddy wheat and harvests them, jumping across each row without breaking any if you were to fall into the block of soil. After he's done, he actually goes back and replants the seeds for them to restart the farm. Escape seems like a child. He may be between the ages of 10 and 12, and I say this because of the way he has a lot of typos in his texts, the kindness to replant crops in a place that has given him so much struggles, and to kind of the way his base is built. I mean, come on, all of our houses looked like this when we first started playing. It is sad to see that for a player that seems so young and naive, that all these things are happening to him, and despite that, he doesn't give up. He doesn't leave, or he doesn't quit. And if anything, he is helping a place that anyone else would see and reject or be afraid of. As he leaves the farm room, he interacts with multiple SMT blocks and finds a data strip in each one. We still don't know why these are there or what the purpose of them are, but they're there nonetheless.
Why do all these contain those data strips?
I wish I knew too, Escape. As he's walking back, he interacts and takes a strip from a block. When he reaches the end, Escape looks down the left and right hallways. The left takes him back to the room he came from, and the right would take him to the main part of the skybox. He walks up to the wall and tries the same teleport method with the SMT blocks, but nothing happens. He starts to walk down the left hallway, but before he can make it far, he goes to a corner and his movements start to spasm out and flick everywhere, as a low and deep sound can be heard underneath the music being played. After all that, Escape heads down the hallway and a bit down path to his right. But if you pause at 4 minutes and 4 seconds and zoom in on the left side, a player name outline is seen through the walls. Who is this?
He's here.
Escape never deleted that text. He sent it, and Escape starts to run down any hallway to get away from whoever this player is.
I don't know if he's AFK or not. I need to lure him.
Interesting play, but let's see what Escape is thinking. He makes his way down a set of stairs behind him and down the very large hallway that connects to the main skybox area. When he reaches that area, he heads up small stairs towards a tower and bridge sort of build. In the air around him are multiple safe structure blocks are seen. According to the Minecraft wiki, safe structure blocks are a variant of structure blocks only found in creative mode and allows the player to highlight a structure in the world and save it to memory, level file, or a separate file entirely. So maybe that's how the skybox is here. It didn't originate in the world from the start, but it instead came to be after a generation and was summoned here instead of being built from scratch multiple times. Escape stares at the block, seemingly curious on why these creative exclusive blocks are here in a normal survival world.
Is that a structure block?
Seems like he knows of it, but still questions its relevance here. Escape walks back down from the tower, and agreeably so, curious on where he is. As he's wandering, he walks past a hole with a censored pit. He peers down, and it's not censored anymore. Yeah, instead of a black box covering the bottom, a green block of sorts is seen. Escape backs up and types.
What's this hole?
Escape makes his way to the chest in the wall we've seen before and comes to find out there's an admin key inside. Just like the one Deicide gave to ABST in Recollection 2 in order to fuel another console. He makes his way back to the hole.
What's this hole?
Sends his message about the hole and jumps down. This seems to be his way of luring whoever was in the skybox with him. Right now there could only be 2 players that could have been ABST or the player speaking to Escape in the black area from many videos ago. Regardless, we should continue on to see if Escape's lure hooked that player. Leading to the next video, as well as down to the Foliage area. Yes, I did some research, and this is what's known as the Foliage. The description is weird to put it lightly. It seems to be a string of code that at first glance is unreadable, but putting it through some decoders I found online, the decrypted code reads, "Cherish every moment because you never know, it may be your last." Some type of poem or quote that doesn't seem to fit in anywhere in the series so far, but we might have a place for it later down the line. We continue with Escape in the Foliage, seemingly still attempting to lure tactic from the last video to lead whoever was with him in the skybox. And right when we watch Escape, visible breath can be seen. That looks so fake, but maybe it's actually in the game, exposing this area to be somewhat cold or bitter.
Hello?
Escape types in the chat before deleting it, still deciding on whether he wants to send out chat messages or not. Escape walks down the green SMT block tunnels, but as he walks, the video eventually cuts and freezes for a moment. Escape's video comes back from after a frame or two, and who are they? FDA 303 and FDA 9015? Who are they? They seem to resemble SSED 53 skin from Recollection 1 videos ago, but more black than white than 53.
The hell kind of delivery bot is that?
It's got a funny username.
What are you here for?
What?
Are you for unloading?
Wait,
After that, the video goes choppy and Escape gets hit in the back a few times by ABST.
You're not going any.
He found Escape, before the video ends and a distorted sound plays in the back. Let's recap what just happened. Escape makes his way into the foliage in an attempt to lure ABST there. Escape then wanders a bit before making his way to a room with 2 other players on each end of the room. They speak to Escape as if he's some delivery bot and if he's here for unloading. What those terms mean is far beyond me for the time being. All before they recognize him as a player, and ABST catches up to Escape and ends the video. Based on the title alone, we can assume Escape got thrown into a prison of sorts by ABST and apparently finds himself with new players. The description also says,
After ABST1 found me roaming around, he got angered and sent me to this red place.
looks like I was right. We start the video with Escape being in a bit with red blocks all around him. Personally, these blocks look cool. It's the red and black colors, that's why. And some music being played. As he looks around, 2 rooms can be seen to his left and right. Both rooms having 2 hallways that connect to them, leading to the same room. So kind of useless to have 2 separate hallways leading to the same room, but whatever. Escape now decides to send his messages out in the chat, maybe in hopes someone will see it. Escape walks into one of the 2 rooms, which looks to have a white and a black tunnel in the farther wall. All this before someone responds.
What the hell?
Escape turns around and we actually see the player who sent that message in the opposite hallway from him.
Who are you?
Frisk is obviously confused as well.
How do you have your items?
Frisk doesn't have any? That's odd, because Escape has never been stripped away of his inventory when teleporting to different areas.
What?
Escape says before the screen cuts to black and the audio glitches out. The video does come back a second later and they continue talking.
Is there any way out of here?
Nope.
Escape goes to type who is that kid before Deicide starts to talk.
You seek warmth in a fleeting fire. It will burn you out.
Whoa, this was a lot for one video. Firstly, we now have another regular Minecraft player who is not someone associated with the skybox, and unfortunately has met the same fate as Escape, being trapped in this prison of sorts. Secondly, where is Deicide and what does you seek warmth in a fleeting fire, it will burn you hollow mean? Doing some thinking, the closest thing I can come up with is that the person being referenced here is trying to find some comfort in something that is temporary or destructive. The context and meaning of why this is being said here is unknown for now, but all we can do now is move on to the next video posted, titled, Why Can't You Just Leave? Post-react shocks here. As I'm writing this, I decided to watch back the video again just to see if there was anything I missed, and there was. See, on each video I watch and narrate, I always check to see if subtitles are enabled on the video, which is a very useful tool for visualizing and seeing if any hidden info or text is in those captions. Now, captions are enabled on this video, but nothing is to come from it other than music when the music is playing, but when the screen cuts to black when Escape is about to respond to Frisk, for a single frame, a flash of text is shown. Obviously, this is a code, and decoding it online gives us this, an image file on Imgur. It's a conversation between ABST and Deicide. The image is dated January 2nd, 2011, and was uploaded by Escape. The conversation is this.
Do you think he's the one?
Yes,
Have you created his logical scenario?
a house fire.
Good. What's his full name?
Christopher Gage. His username will be redacted. He will get Minecraft in around a year from now.
Good. Hopefully you will pass the test. Our results won't be incorrect.
What the hell? These beings knew years in advance who Escape is, knew when he would get Minecraft, knew what his username would be, knows his real name, and is given a scenario that up until now isn't true in-game, which can only mean it happened to Chris in real life. All this just to see if he will pass some tests for these people. I don't know what to say other than I'm sorry for Chris.
After the last video, we jumped to this one with the description.
Why is this happening to me?
I wish I knew Chris. Starting the video, Chris seems to be somewhere else in the prison area he's trapped in, staring at a moving red block in the wall, and every now and again, it flashes a mix of other colors, like TV static, but with more colors than black and white. Deicide then enters the chat. The chat? He's not talking? Very odd, seeing how he's the only main character that we have a voice for right now in the game.
Wow. Surprised he just left you here. Makes you feel so unimportant, right?
The rest of the text in the video is too hard to make out with the video's static effect going on, and for the life of me, I can't make out the rest. After Deicide is done talking, the screen cuts to black and ends the video. Deicide's role in all this is very odd. He seems to have some type of psychological / god complex going on, with it all being backed up with his sayings and phrases. But he also seems to break people's sense of trust and own willingness to continue on playing. I just hope Chris won't fall to this deception.
The next video will seemingly introduce us to a new entity based on the video's title, saying the entity took Chris away from Deicide's grasp. Whether the new entity has good or bad intentions with Chris is still unknown. The description also says,
That's not a player.
the video starts off with Chris in a full pure white room and an entity in front of him. Wait a second, we've seen him before. This is the same entity seen all the way back in Watch. We see its name is Mokulin, as seen in the chat messages.
Hello, Chris Never.
As the two stare at each other, the video gets more and more grayscale, losing all color.
They cannot hear us here.
This entity might not have good intentions with Chris.
Why can't I move?
He types, but he doesn't send it out.
I'm sorry, but you are also not allowed to type. They are toying with you. They are testing your resilience and determination. Tell me, why won't you use creative mode? Why won't you just ban them from your world? Is it because you want to go through this? Do you think it's interesting? Or are you just too ignorant? Do you wish to know?
Yes.
Very well. Go to your menu, press open to LAN. I'm sorry, but we don't have much time left. Goodbye, Christopher.
The screen distorts and glitches out too much before the video ends. I have so many thoughts and questions. Who is Mokulin? Why does he know Chris? Why is this entity the first being that seems to be on Chris's side? And why was the only thing Chris able to send into the chat yes? Prior he had said no, so why wasn't that valid enough to be sent? There are too many questions, but it seems like soon Chris will enable LAN on his world, be able to have permission and access the world's commands, and initiate something. This all backs up my theory that Chris is younger, as any other Minecraft player who has been playing for some time would know how to use creative and open a world up to LAN. I say we just move on to the next video. Looking into our next video, the title alone tells us that being outside isn't safe from anyone or anything. The description also says,
When I try to get ABST1's attention, another entity tried to stop me.
along with a code string. Using a base 64 decoder, we get determination is a curse. The word determination was just mentioned by Mokulin, the entity from the last entry. Starting the video, the audio quality is much lower than the videos before, which is odd. But continuing on, we see Chris walking up a hill in the overworld, killing animals for food, seeing structures in the sky, and a pinkish tinted moon looming above. He looks to be on the left side of his house, but a pretty good distance away. Chris then opens his menu, navigates to the open LAN button, enabling commands creative mode, all before opening his LAN up. Looks like he did what Mokulin said before. What this will do is unknown, but now Chris will have access to his world's command.
I've never seen those options.
I guess that's true. Whenever you start the process of opening up your world to LAN, by default, allow commands is set to false and game mode is set to survival. Chris notices that and is clever and shows that someone or something was ready in advance for Chris to accept those settings for LAN.
No one in the tab list?
He seems to be referencing the list of players currently active in the world. For me, holding down tab will list any active player, along with the player's skin, name, and connectivity to my world.
Is this even my world?
Chris comes to a possible theory that his world that he created has now turned control over to ABST, Deicide, and the skybox. Chris continues to walk towards his house, but stops and brings up chat, beginning the text with a /, which brings up a list of creative commands, starting in the A's such as advancement and attribute. Some others that are listed are not linked to Minecraft at all. Ascend and ASC, what could these ones trigger? For now, we must continue, as Chris walks further before bringing up the change game mode screen and switching over to creative mode. He searches the creative inventory and grabs a mace, elytra, and some firework rockets. Chris is ready for battle. The next part caught me so off guard, I'll let you see for yourself. tall white creature rises above the hill behind Chris and starts to chase him. Chris rushes inside his base and barricades his door before breaking the SMT blocks, blocking the middle tunnel and boring into the ground. What that creature was is completely unknown and definitely doesn't want Chris to survive much longer. Looking at the remaining videos stacked up for this part, one of the titles looks suspiciously familiar. But in order to get to that one, we must first watch Transcendental. Transcendental has the description,
New guy named Aether killed ABST.
That is very odd. Somehow a being was able to kill another being, and we're now just getting introduced to them. Starting the video, we see Chris enchant his mace he got in the last video and an anvil with a density 5 book. Someone has been doing some exploring. Chris also appears to have an enchanted elytra along with rockets and a full stack of bedrock blocks, obviously from creative. ABST then joins while Chris exits the anvil menu, showing he's in a cave.
It astonishes me you are still here.
To the left side of the cave, probably the entrance, it appears that Chris has blocked it with bedrock in an attempt to completely seal it off from the outside.
After all of the counter reaction, you still try to grow forwards toward your goal.
ABST is right though. Throughout all the videos showing entities attacking him, parts of his world being broken, being teleported to so many places, Chris, still at the end, wants to just play Minecraft. It wouldn't be right for Chris to just leave his world behind, one that he spent so much time in and developed a sort of bond to.
Do you even know what your goal is?
To kill you.
Okay, maybe not the reason I thought, but damn, Chris.
That's basic. I, along with 17 others, are the skybox's only beings that keep the shield intact and keep entities away from the player's worlds.
Now that does make sense and would explain why Chris hasn't been killed or banned yet, but simply thrown away from the skybox and where ABST works. Then again, the blue text in the bottom right from the first few videos did say to not trust ABST, as his words are not to be heard without questioning.
I was framed for destroying the skybox's shield. Its form is sometimes only blue text.
What? If that is true, the blue text is not to be trusted, and in fact the one to frame ABST for everything that has been happening.
Or just a normal being. Where are you?
Right before Aether 1 joins the game, somehow new to the series.
No.
Player,
No.
do you wish to see beyond?
Please.
Do you wish to understand pure truth?
He can't
Nothing
comprehend
unanswered,
it.
no memories forgotten,
Please,
a
we need
world
him.
of justice.
All before the screen cuts to black for a moment, all before, again, we turn back to Chris. In a black void, some glitchy and kind of cool / music audio plays and ABST is floating above Chris. To be transcendental is to be surpassing others and to be superior. What we have just witnessed may just be the most crucial and character-changing moments that could ever happen. If going just based off the title, Chris only thinking Aether 1 killed ABST in what we just saw, ABST might have just proved his work, being able to show what it means to wear that damn Omega symbol. Remember when I said that the second to last video was one that would be familiar? What was the book title that I found on the furnace from the very beginning of the series? The description says, and immediately that's a hint to it being the end of a YouTube video link. That will be the end to this part. But for now, let's continue. We start with ABST backing away from more pure white blocks, seemingly in some SMT tunnels around him. He turns to his left and... what? There's more ABSTs! A teal, a purple, and a green one, all running in the opposite direction of ABST. All the colors reach the end and split off to the left, right, and ahead paths.
Guys,
Thank you all for coming on such short notice.
ABST makes it into the room too, and we see a yellow one too, and in the center, all looking up at Deicide.
As you've most likely heard, ABST-1 was extracted. You two
What?
everyone somehow
Hello?
transform yourself back to her metaphysical
What?
existence.
What?
Oh my god.
wake up.
Why?
Wake
Are you
up.
serious?
Please. I am here.
Meaning she's most likely still out there. The interlude is how she most likely got in. What I need
Hey,
you to do is hunt her down
please.
in the interlude, or where ABST wants.
I am here.
Well, how did she even get a white space?
Yeah, how?
I have no
I am here.
Perhaps she formed one out of the remaining remnants of the dead workers into one of the white spaces.
Again, another video where I just don't know anything. There are more ABSTs, but with a different number associated with them. In this place and people all seem to be after Aether 1, after ABST1's extrication. Maybe Deicide and these ABSTs aren't the bad people, just the middle people, where they do what needs to be done for the sake of peace and to protect the players' worlds from the entities, just like ABST1 said in the last video. At this point, I want ABST1 to be saved, as he truly does seem like someone that just does what he's told and doesn't want to see anyone, like Chris, to suffer from the things he was framed for. After the talk, some things are now clear. Aether 1 is the target right now and for her to be hunted and captured, and to explore a place called the interlude, which seems where and how Aether was able to reform herself back to a physical being. The only thing left to do now is to move on to the last and final video for today, our second ever unlisted video. The description says,
I hate her.
More than likely showing ABST's thoughts and feelings are to, I would think, Aether. ABST is found on an SMT block platform in the middle of a desert in the overworld. Looking around, all we can see is a sandstone house on a hill. Turning back around to the platform, a player falls from the sky. ABST walks up to them and their name is shown, Aether-1.
Hello, Lucas.
ABST's real name is Lucas.
Don't you recognize that name?
What?
I'm sure you do. Now that you are as useless as a speck of dust.
Why am I in survival?
You get to be stuck here.
What? Let me back.
Don't even try contacting anyone from the skybox, because I disabled it.
Lucas tries typing the command /skybox contact Deicide, but gives an error back in the chat.
You have no access whatsoever to the skybox anymore, so you'll rot away in this blocky hellscape for eternity, just like you did to me. Have fun.
It was only orders. Lucas tries to go back via the white space, but to no avail. I truly feel sorry for Lucas. He was given orders to carry out, presumably on Aether, but in turn had the same happen to him further down the line by the same exact player before. Finishing this part took us down some very interesting ways. Finding out Lucas's and Chris's real names, Lucas and Deicide playing all of Chris's knowledge and past from the start years prior, and introducing us to so many more players and entities. My dear viewer, I hope you'll enjoy my continuation on ABST-1, or Lucas if being more accurate, and to please make sure to like and subscribe, as it is the #1 way of showing support and feedback on all my videos. I can't express how much it meant to me seeing all of the comments, views, and new subscribers, and more from my very first part on this channel for this. Yes, I do intend to have a conclusion to this mystery and hopefully a full gameplay of the Beyond the Skybox mod from Minecraft after all this is said and finished. But for now, I will once leave you again to go off and watch more to understand this mystery further. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, say it with me now. It's been Shocks.
Surely